Welcome to the training on the Regional EMS Council Learning Management System. My name is Joseph Ranieri with New York City REMSCO, and we are excited to be rolling out this program for you here today. The new REMSCO Learning Management System seeks to improve the quantity and quality of continued medical education available to our EMS providers here in the region and provide a centralized location for CME training throughout the 5 boroughs. Today, we'll be overviewing the basic functions of the LMS, how to access the system, access courses, view your transcript, and register for events that may be posted on the system. The Regional EMS Council is excited to roll this out as we have collaborated with the New York State Department of Health Bureau of EMS. Our system sits on the same platform that the New York State Vital Signs Academy does. And as such, it provides us a series of benefits in that our systems are both collaborating together, sharing courses and student information. So in keeping that in mind, if you are new to the system, as in you do not already have a New York State Vital Signs Academy account, we will show you how to register for this new LMS. So as you can see, we have a basic registration form here. We are getting ready to create a new account. So I'm just going to type in some test information. And so you want to create an account with a password that has at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, that's at least 8 digits long, and has both numbers and a special character, following all the latest parameters for creating a strong password. Make sure you agree to the policy terms, and then you'll click Create Account. Now, if you previously had a New York State Vital Signs Academy account, such as if you did our 2019 protocol update through the New York State Vital Signs, you'll get the error that I just received up top, indicating that the account is already in the system. If that happens to be the case, you'll either select to instead log into the system with your Vital Signs account. And if you don't remember, right, and it's all tied to your email address, so you'll put in your email address and put in your password. If you don't remember your password, you use the forgot password function, and a new password will be emailed to the email address associated with your account. Make sure, in particular, if you are utilizing an organization email, to check your junk folder if you don't receive the forgot password email within a few minutes of you selecting the forgot password function. So we've already got an account with Vital Signs tied to this email address, so we're just going to sign into this profile. So when you first log in, you may be brought up to this page here, indicating that there is some information that needs to be collected. So we have some additional fields for data that we are requiring in addition to what New York State Vital Signs requires. So you'll just scroll down to the registration fields here. This may be collapsed in. You can extend it out and start filling in the required fields. So the required fields are: you must have in your mailing address and a telephone number, and you must indicate your EMS credentials. So pick the one that is most appropriate to you. So we'll indicate paramedic. We'll put in our New York State provider number. You can indicate if you are a CIC or a CLI. Select the most appropriate option there. And if you are, it'll prompt you to enter in your CIC or CLI number. And then you'll need to enter in your New York City primary EMS affiliation. Now, your primary EMS affiliation is the agency that is most responsible for your EMS, New York State EMS credentialing. So if you're a New York City paramedic, this is the agency that is responsible for your paramedic CME credentials, right? Wherever you get your medical director letter from, right? That is the agency that will be managing your New York City paramedic re-credentialing process. Or in the case of your New York State EMT or paramedic certification, if you're doing a CME-based state refresher program. So we have all the New York City-based services listed here, and just pick the most appropriate one for you. So for the purposes of the training today, we're just going to indicate that this provider is in the non-affiliated service or is not affiliated with a New York City agency. You also have the ability to indicate additional EMS affiliations as well. So listing additional EMS affiliations just allows that the training coordinators for those agencies to be able to view your training transcript in case they need to verify completion of regional protocol updates. EMS primary service affiliation, in addition to the training coordinators in those agencies being able to view your transcript, they'll also be responsible for approving any outside training that you try to upload into the system to receive CME credits. And we'll show you how to do that shortly. So I've completed filling in my profile here. I am not going to indicate any other any additional affiliations here in the city. I'm just going to click Save Changes. And there we go. We now see that our account has been successfully updated. So upon that, we're then going to want to go to the top left-hand corner and go into My Courses. That'll bring you to your dashboard. After your first time logging in and getting your registration questions in general, this will be your home page. When you first log in, it should bring you to this My Courses page. So we're going to review the navigations here in your dashboard. As you can see, your dashboard will list any trainings that have been assigned to your profile, courses that you are maybe in the process of completing, or courses you may have recently passed. On the top right-hand side, we can see where we can access our profile and the notification bell. So if I click, so we're going to go through all the different steps for this navigation. So on the top right-hand side, if I hit the drop down, I can view my profile again, going back to the screen that we were just on before. And here I can see the email that's affiliated with my account when I registered and the last time I logged in. I have links here to view my transcript of all the courses I've completed, and we'll go back into transcript later on. I can download all the certificates that are in the system for courses I've done or courses I've uploaded into the system. I can view memberships to see what groups my profile is affiliated with, right? What agencies I am associated with. So as we can see, we have a couple of our groups down here. Any order history, which pertains to if there are any courses that have fees affiliated with them that require payment. You can view that on this section. In addition to any course purchases. You can go into Edit My Profile. If you wish to go back to the screen that we showed you originally upon logging in, if you need to update anything in your profile. This can include your name, the email address associated with your profile. You can change your password, or you can update any of your user information. So keep in mind, if you do change your agency affiliation, if let's say you go from working at one hospital to working at another, you want to update your primary affiliation. This way that the appropriate training provider has access to your profile. So coming back to the top right-hand side here, additional things we have access to is your transcript. Your transcript will give you a listing of all courses that you've completed and all information that you have in the system. So as we see, here's all the information in our profile again, just listed out for us. And then we see all the training records and documents that are submitted into the system. So this can include a combination of any learning paths that we have either been assigned to us or we've completed, courses that we've done onto the system, such as this e-learning content, any credential documents that we may have uploaded to the system, and we'll show you how to do that shortly. Event trainings that we've attended. So if I attended an event and as a instructor-led training, it'll appear in my transcript as well. And then of course, any courses you take on the site itself. So your transcript will give a listing of any training that you record or report into the system, this will be the hub for it and report it all out for you. If I click on this button, it'll take all the certificates that are associated with my profile and combine them all into a single PDF document. So you can store all those locally if you wish to keep them or print them out. Or you can export a PDF of your transcript if you need to show that to your agency training coordinator. Going back to the top right-hand side, the next thing we have here is my events. If you click on my events, that'll highlight any events that you are currently registered for or upcoming events on the training calendar. So as you can see, we have a couple of events here, and we'll show you how to navigate the training calendar shortly and how to register for events. Next, we have the additional training tool. In the additional training tool, this allows you to upload any training courses that you may have done outside of the LMS into the system for reporting. So this comes particularly in handy if you attend any national style seminars or conferences that have been approved for REMAC CME, and you want to receive your CME credits for it. So it's a pretty intuitive tool. You're simply going to indicate the name of the training course that you attended, who provided the training. For category, you're going to indicate if this was an instructor-led in-person training, instructor-led online, or an e-learning course. So we'll say that this was an instructor-led online course, right? We did it on Zoom. You're going to tag or label the course with the appropriate CME. So as you can see, we have our New York City CME categories here for category A and category B. So we're going to indicate that this is a category B CME for elective. How many CME hours were clocked into this? And then you may want to add a description. So the description you add here will be for your training coordinator. Please note that any training you submit into the system is not automatically accepted. It must be approved by your agency training coordinator with your primary agency affiliation. If you do not have a primary agency affiliation, then it will be up to the regional council. Training and Ed Committee will periodically review documents for non-affiliated providers. Then you want to indicate, of course, when we completed this training. We'll say we did this on the 3rd. The status of it, right, passed or completed. You can enter a grade here if you wish to do so. It is not required. And then most critically, you'll need to upload a document verifying this training. So that may be a certificate or a signed off attendance sheet, something that verifies to the training coordinator reviewing this document, this training that you are submitting, that you actually did attend. All right, so we're just going to upload a random document here, and we'll hit submit. All right, so you'll see the message at the top indicating that your certificate has been submitted, is pending approval. If we scroll down a little bit, we see all the records we've submitted into the system before. And if I highlight this one, we see that this document is pending. Right, it's waiting for a training coordinator to approve it. Upon approval by a training coordinator, you'll receive a notification in the notification bell and an email indicating your document has been approved. So you can export this whole listing of any documents that you've submitted, and you have the ability to view any certificates that you've previously uploaded. Continuing on to the, again, staying on the right-hand side, in addition to the additional training tool, we also have credential documents. So credential documents functions much the same way as additional training. As you can see, a lot of the fields are the same. The difference being this allows you to upload a credential document that you may want to track in terms of certification or expiration. So for example, I may want to upload my AHA BLS credential, right? My AHA BLS provider card. So once again, you want to upload a copy of that document. And once again, when was this credential issued? When were you certified in it? So other documents that you may choose to put into this might be your New York State provider certification to track your expiration date, maybe your New York City REMAC card, or an AHA certification or other type of credential. You can choose to label the credential if you need to, if you wish. Again, we'll have much the same labels that were there before. This more pertains to if you're uploading additional training or if this credentialing does issue REMAC CME. So such as if you completed an ACLS provider certification, right? You receive some category B CME for that. And that's what we're going to indicate here for this credential. Under the description, once again, you can add this description for your training coordinator to approve. Just as with additional trainings, credential documents require approval by a training coordinator before it can be accepted into the system. So one good thing to add into the system might be any type of card number or certification number. And again, passed or completed. And if you wish, you can add a grade. And we'll submit that document. All right, so as we can see, we have 2 documents pending in the system for approval from a training coordinator. We're going to come over to the left-hand side here to our left-hand side navigation. Starting at the top, we have the My Courses, or what we call our dashboard. This will always bring you back to your dashboard or your home page. Underneath that, we can then click on the course catalog. As you can see, we have a number of courses that have already been posted to the LMS that we were able to collaborate with the New York State Vital Signs Academy to make available on our course catalog. Right, we're hoping that this will help improve course availability and CME availability statewide. So you'll see courses available on here, and you may also see scheduled events available to you as well for in-person trainings. If you click on Learn More, you can see the full description of the class, and you could add the class to My Courses and proceed directly to take the course, or you can go back to My Courses and you'll see it added to your dashboard, right, waiting for you to begin the training and to launch the training. In the course catalog, you can search by category, or you can search by oldest and newest, as well as an open text search function, search function. So we're hoping that as the system builds, this course catalog will become very extensive, and you'll need to utilize these functions, right, to find the myriad of trainings that you may be looking for, meeting all of your CME needs. So continuing on, we then come to the events calendar. So we saw some events listed in the course calendar, right? So we can search for events through the course catalog, but we can also look through the course calendar. So we see a couple of different course types that are available. Anything highlighted in black here, this is related to the REMAC CME-based re-credentialing. It should only be utilized for those purposes. Things in green here are other classes that may be open to the public. So I'm going to click on this course here, and we see that this is a regional physician-led PCR call review. We see who is holding the event, and we have a brief description here, which may include the name of the agency hosting the event, who the instructors are, if there are any requirements or fees. We can see the location. If I click on the link here, it will open up a Google map give me an exact location of where the event is being held. Sometimes that may not become immediately available until after registration, depending on how the instructor sets up the course settings. And then if there are any prices or fees associated with the class, if there will be a certificate issuance, and if there are any requirements for things that you may need to bring to the class. You may also see any prerequisites in an event. So some events may require that before it will allow you to register, that you may have to complete another course in the system or a survey or questionnaire. If so, you will see that information listed and follow those instructions. Otherwise, for most events, it'll be a simple one-button click to register. Some courses will require administrator approval before it'll complete your registration, in which case you'll see a pending here next to the profile. But in this case, this course has us all registered. If I want, I can download this course to create a calendar invite to import into my email or Outlook calendar or Google Calendar, whatever email or scheduling service that you may use. If I go into my courses, I'll now see the physician-led call review that we just registered for on our dashboard. If I click to launch, it'll bring me back to the course information. I can unregister for it or see any additional information that the event organizer has set up. In addition, when you register for an event, you will likely receive a registration email along with email updates. So continuing down on the left-hand side here, we'll go to resources. Under resources, you'll find different links and documents that we've posted to the site here for your reference. So this will include a link to the New York State EMS protocols, link to the current New York City REMAC protocols, as well as some links to other questionnaires that we may post, along with the CNC documents. So there'll be a number of resources here available to you for reference. Coming on down, registry will have a listing of approved training entities for course listings. And right now this is not currently populated, but will be so in the future. So we're going to continue down. Then we finishing out this list, we have additional links to get us back to the additional training tool or to our transcript, or a link if we wish to open up the New York City REMSCO main site to view additional information regarding what REMSCO is providing to the region. So we're going to come back to our dashboard. So on our dashboard here, as we've stated, we have different courses that we can see. So we see that we've passed a test course earlier, and one of the options that are available to us, in addition to relaunching the class, is if that course issued a certificate, we'll see a little graduation hat here. I can click on that to view the certificate of completion for that class. And then if I wish to download, I simply click on the download button. If I click to launch any class, it'll automatically launch the program, bring me directly to the course. And the last item we're going to show you for today's training is that in addition to simple courses that you may take, some programs may require multiple steps. Those programs, we call them learning paths. So an example of a learning path, most prudent to the region today, will be our New York City CME-based Re-Credentialing program. If we launch this shows us the steps for completing the New York City REMAC Re-Credentialing. As we can see, we have 4 steps in the path. Step 1 is we must complete all regional protocol updates that are loaded up onto the system. Currently, we have the 2022-23 protocol update here. Step 2 is completion of all of our CME hours. And as we can see, we have instructions here for uploading our CMEs, which includes submitting them using the additional training tool that we showed you earlier. and it gives a breakdown of the hours. In order to complete this path, our training coordinator must submit an attestation into the system, right, to mark us off as having uploaded all of our hours. Step 3 is uploading a letter from your agency medical director, just as you must submit today. And the 4th step is approval by the New York City REMAC liaison, which is done when we click on this. It'll bring us to our events calendar, and we will click on one of the events for the New York City REMAC re-credentialing request and click to register. So that completes the training for the New York City Regional EMS Council Learning Management System. We look forward to continuing to build this program and offer additional venues for learning and education for New York City EMS providers. Should you have any questions, please contact the New York City REMSCO offices at 212-870-2301. Thank you.